Animal House, released in 1978, is a classic comedy that's become synonymous with college party culture. Directed by John Landis, this cult hit follows the misadventures of the rowdy Delta Tau Chi fraternity at Faber College. Starring John Belushi, Tim Matheson, and Karen Allen, Animal House quickly became a beloved comedy that continues to entertain. But beyond its outlandish humor and memorable characters, Animal House holds a treasure trove of little-known facts. One of the most memorable is the famous cafeteria scene, which, as it turns out, was improvised. Let's explore the untold stories behind this iconic comedy. Belushi's Cafeteria Improv. John Belushi's cafeteria scene in Animal House, where Bluto devours donuts, burgers, and jelly before piling food onto his tray, was in fact entirely improvised. Director John Landis instructed the camera operator to keep the camera rolling as Belushi veered off script. Even the memorable "I'm a zit" joke was a spontaneous invention by Belushi. A deleted scene included Landis as a cafeteria dishwasher trying to stop Bluto from stealing food, only to be thrown to the ground by Bluto with the retort, "You don't F with the Eagles unless you know how to fly." Cultish Misdirection. The early development of Animal House actually took a rather bizarre detour. Initial drafts centered around the infamous cult leader Charles Manson in a high school scenario under the title Laser Orgy Girls. Fortunately, this peculiar concept was quickly abandoned, laying the groundwork for the chaotic evolution that ensued. Race riot fears. One of the most iconic scenes in the movie is when the Deltas walk into a roadhouse frequented by African Americans. Studio concerns over the potentially negative public reaction to this scene nearly led to its elimination. According to Landis, Universal Pictures president Ned Tannen feared the scene would spark race riots across the country. But the scene remained intact due to the intervention of Richard Pryor. After viewing a screening arranged by Landis, Pryor wrote to Tannen, vouching for the scene's appropriateness and humor. Birth of the script. The final version of Animal House blossomed out of a spirited 3-month brainstorming session where the writers drew from their personal fraternity adventures. This collaboration resulted in the zany universe of Delta Tau Chi we all know and love, as Chris Miller, Harold Ramis, Douglas Kenny, and Ivan Reitman shared their personal Greek life anecdotes from Dartmouth, Washington University, Harvard, and McMaster University, respectively. Mirror characters. The personal touch of Chris Miller's real-life fraternity pledge named Pinto added depth to the fraternity experience depicted in the movie. This alias found a mirror in Thomas Hulse's character, further enhancing the authenticity of the film. Creator cameo. In an amusing turn of events, Douglas Kenny, co-creator of the film, appeared in a cameo as Stork, a Delta brother who was mistakenly believed to be brain-damaged. This humorous nod to Kenny's involvement added a layer of camaraderie to the story. The Sutherland Catalyst. Donald Sutherland's participation was instrumental in getting Animal House the green light from Universal Studios. Once the respected actor was on board to portray Professor Jennings, the studio agreed to back this legendary comedy. Party fail. Against all advice, the cast of Animal House ended up attending a genuine frat party at the University of Oregon during filming. Some UO girls invited the Deltas, except for John Belushi, who was absent due to his commitment to Saturday Night Live. As it turned out, the event did not go as smoothly as hoped, ultimately ending in a drunken brawl due to a clash with the real-life frat members. The altercation led to Robert Hoover's character losing several teeth after throwing a cup of beer at a football player, and D-Day ended up with a black eye. Hearing of the fracas, Belushi had to be physically restrained from seeking revenge on the students upon his return. From SNL to Stardom. John Belushi's unforgettable performance in Animal House was a pivotal step in his transition from Saturday Night Live to the big screen. Despite a demanding schedule that involved shuttling between the movie set and SNL, Belushi's performance birthed a comedic legend. Barbershop To The Rescue. Ensuring the Delta actors looked the part with 1960s-style haircuts proved challenging. Various reports suggest the assigned hairdresser was either dismissed due to excessive time off requests or lacked experience to execute the hairstyles. Finally, Landis took the cast to a local barbershop, where the barber agreed to create the desired look. First taste of fame. Animal House marked the beginning of Kevin Bacon's illustrious career. His unforgettable performance as Omega pledge Chip Diller lit the fuse that propelled him to become one of Hollywood's acclaimed actors. TV Reprise. The TV spin-off Delta House marked a fleeting continuation of the Animal House universe. The show, featuring some of the original cast members and the TV debut of Michelle Pfeiffer as The Bombshell, aired on ABC in 1979, offering fans a glimpse into the happenings at Faber College following the events of the film. The Fabrication of Faber College. The picturesque Faber College is actually the University of Oregon, the only institution that permitted the production to film on its grounds. FBI investigation. Regarding the Kingsmen's 1963 hit Louie Louie, a rather strange incident took place. In the film, Bluto imparts his knowledge on the concealed dirty lyrics of the song to everyone else. In an intriguing twist, this scene draws inspiration from a real-life investigation conducted by the FBI between 1963 and 65. Evidently, the investigative body devoted over 2 years to uncover any hidden illicit meaning in the tune. A number of conservative groups' complaints that the song held obscured profanities instigated the investigation. But the FBI concluded there were no obscene words in the song. From disappointment to triumph. The story of the Oregon dean who consented to the filming of Animal House on campus is actually a tale of redemption. After rejecting the Graduates production team years earlier, he saw a second chance in Animal House, even going as far as to offer his office for the filming of Dean Wormer's scenes. An Unconventional Symphony. John Landis's decision to enlist Elmer Bernstein, known for scoring epics and serious dramas, to score a slapstick comedy like Animal House initially raised eyebrows. But Landis's vision, having Bernstein score the film as if it were a drama, played up the humor and added a unique touch to the film's comedic charm. More than just Misfits. The Latin motto of Delta Tau Chi, Ars Gratia Artis, or art for art's sake, introduces an artistic side to the fraternity, suggesting a level of depth beyond their image as misfits. Belushi's chugging scene. John Belushi's infamous bottle chugging scene in Animal House has been a subject of much speculation. But it was not whiskey, as commonly believed, but iced tea that the actor chugged. From character to real-life identity. Dwayne Jesse, who portrayed Otis Day, embraced his on-screen identity in real life. After legally changing his name to Otis Day, he continued to perform with his band, Otis Day and the Knights, keeping the spirit of the film alive for years. Sutherland's Missed Fortune. Animal House is hailed as one of the best comedies of all time, but few could have anticipated its future success at the time. Donald Sutherland, who played Professor Dave Jennings, was certain it would flop, and he insisted on being paid up front rather than receiving a percentage of the film's gross profits. He walked away with $50,000 instead of potentially making nearly $3 million had he accepted the 2% of gross profits offered to him. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know about any of these fun facts about Animal House? Let us know in the comments section below.